Welcome back to the channel A Twist of Gem. Let's cook, have fun, learn, and most importantly, smile and laugh. I hope you are hungry because I'm going to feed you. Come join me. Hi guys, so today it's all about the crusty Italian bread. This recipe is easy. The only tricky part is after the dough has risen and it's time to bake, it will be sticky. Don't worry, I'm going to walk you through the steps. This is the perfect bread to spread butter on or dip in oil. I must admit, I'm that person. If there is bread given before the meal, I might not have room for the main dish because I can eat like 3 slices or have 3 rolls before the food comes. I just can't help it. Come on, I know I'm not the only one. For this recipe, you will need 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 1/4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast, and 1 1/2 cups of warm water. Heat up the water and take the temperature. It can be between 110 and 114 degrees. If it's less than 110, the yeast will not activate. If it's too hot, more than 114 degrees, it will kill the yeast. In a bowl, add the yeast and pour the warm water over it. Stir to dissolve the yeast. Let the yeast sit for 10 minutes. You should see foam or bubbles on the surface. That means the yeast is activated. In a large bowl, add the flour and salt and stir. Add the yeast to the flour and stir and mix with a wooden spoon until the dough comes together. It will be sticky. Transfer the dough to a greased bowl. Cover with plastic wrap and a kitchen towel and let the dough rise for 2 to 3 hours. I let my dough rise for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Doesn't this look beautiful? Sprinkle your surface with flour and place the dough on your board or work area. Fold the dough into itself, forming it into a round ball as best as you can. This part is a bit tricky because it's super sticky, but there is no need to knead the dough. I am baking my bread in a cast iron pan, and I'm also using parchment paper, so I'm transferring my dough to the parchment paper. At this point, you should be able to take a sharp knife or a lame and score the dough. That just means cut some slits or make a cross on top of the dough. This is a lame. It is super, super, super sharp. Handle this with care. It's a razor. Now, as you can see, I was struggling to score this dough. Don't worry. If you're struggling like me, I'll show you what you can do to fix it. Are you guys enjoying watching me struggle? This dough was giving me such a hard time, and I'm the type of person, if I get frustrated enough, I'll just throw the whole thing out and start over. But remember, this is a sticky dough, so yeah. I've made this bread about 3 times. The first time I had no problem scoring the dough. I used a sharp knife with no issues. But this time, the dough was testing me. To create steam, fill an oven-safe dish with about 2 inches of water and place it on the bottom rack. Place the dough on the top rack. Bake at 450 for 45 minutes. I baked at 425 for 40 minutes since I'm using parchment paper. Once I saw that the dough is a bit solid, I pulled it out of the oven and scored the dough. It's important to score the dough because that ensures that it rises consistently. Place the dough back in the oven and continue to bake until the time is up. Remove the bread and cool on a wire rack for about an hour. I'm telling you guys, if you make this bread for company, they will think you went out and got this from a bakery. The bread is soft, airy, and has the perfect chew, and it has a nice crust. I ate like half of this loaf. It was that good. Please do let me know if you tried this and did you struggle like me when scoring the bread? Until the next time, keep going. Don't get frustrated. The results are the rewards. Peace from a twist of gem. Okay, let's switch it up a little. How to say bread in different languages. Spanish, pan, pan. Sudanese, roti, roti. Turkish, ekmek, ekmek. Yoruba, bureti, bureti.